Okay, we're officially live. Okay, opening title credits are coming up now. Boom, 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 and we're back. Boom, 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 and we're back. This is really good live. Oh yeah, there's like 3 million people watching right now. 3 million people. Hey! How you doing, web people? How you doing? We got some pretty big, huge celebrities with us today. Greg Benson and Kim Evey. I don't even have to give them an introduction. They're so huge. They're amazing. They're live. We're going to talk to them in just a few minutes. This is eGuiders Live. You're watching us. We are going to talk a little bit more about the Streamies. We got some pretty big announcements to make. Here we go. eGuiders Live. Let's hit it. Do it. What do you think?
I think you got to do the whole show in that voice.
Yeah, they could hear us too over the beautiful credits. You know?
You got to do the whole show like that.
Look at that. Look at all those eGuiders.
Who made those credits?
Look at all those eGuiders. John Ennis.
John Ennis.
They made it beautiful. Here we go.
Nice.
Episode 8, April 13th. Boom, boom. Almost to double digits. Almost to double digits. Woo woo!
Wow, episode 8.
Greg Benson and Kim Evey.
Where were we for
I
the
have to
first
get close
7?
to my microphone.
Yeah,
By the way, can I just correct you that we're not celebrities? At the very most, you could call us e-lebrities, but that's
Elabra.
that's about it.
That sounds like lepers.
Well, it's very similar.
Yeah.
Or leprechaun.
Can I just say that if anybody has any questions for us while we're on, they can reply me at Mediocre Films on Twitter.
Yeah. Or me
And that way,
at Kim Evey.
Or at Kim Evey.
But I don't want you guys to be too distracted. We have a chat room where everyone can.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
do it in
Oh,
chat.
there-
Never
or
mind.
there's
Don't do
that.
that.
Yeah.
Or
Don't
there's
do
that.
that.
Don't
We're
do
not
that.
You
going
know
to look
what?
at our phone.
Just call my cell number and I'll patch you in.
That's awesome.
It's area code 213.
You know Edgar's going to do that now.
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay, 213. You can figure out the rest.
Yeah, the rest, just make up the rest. Any random 7 numbers after that.
Yeah. So we have Brian Rothy who's driving. I want to introduce Brian. How you doing?
Hey,
Good to
Mark.
see-
How's
Hey,
it going?
Hey, are you still?
I'm still downtown at the Streamy Awards.
Wow, that's
Oh man,
they are
you're really
long.
committed.
Yeah, I
Wow.
am. You know, I'm waiting for next year's show after this year. You know.
All right. Well,
It's gonna be another good one.
you know, you got to appreciate someone like Brian who really can stick through the whole thing.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Just,
glad
you
that
know-
we're finally here on the Mark and Brian show.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Mark and Brian.
In the morning.
Mark and Brian 2.0.
That's what we're calling it.
Well, that's what you told me it was. You said show up and you'll be in the Mark and Brian show.
Yeah, 2.0. 2.0.
And frankly, I don't appreciate this.
All right. Well, Brian, you just
This is
hang
the wrong
tight.
show.
You hang tight over there downtown, and you know the missions are not too far from there, so it's not going to be too bad. So, how did you guys meet?
Under a bridge.
Yeah,
No, seriously, how did you guys meet?
under a bridge.
Under a bridge.
A boardwalk or a bridge?
A bridge of
a
love.
bridge.
Where?
By a freeway.
How?
We
There's a
met-
freeway overpass.
Yeah.
You slammed into her.
First the joke answer, then the serious answer.
Okay.
That's how we roll.
Okay, I'm prepared. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
The serious answer is we were both writing and performing sketch comedy at the Acme Comedy Theater in beautiful Hollywood, California.
Yes.
And the first time I saw Kim was she was on stage and she was performing as Kiko for her new sketch, her brand new sketch, Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Which then became a show that we did for 2 seasons plus for Sony Crackle.
And you're married, yes?
We're totally
we are
married.
Totally married. Look.
How long-
Check that out. Look at that.
Kablamo. Bring it down a little. Oh,
Bam,
yeah.
bam.
Oh yeah, wait, now let's bring it up a little.
Bring it up.
Bring it up. There we go. And down again.
down.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Boom. Look at that.
Is there anybody watching?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
watching
People are
this?
watching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
anybody's there in the.
Come hang
Yeah.
out in the chat room.
I
If
know
Sign
you
your-
guys
Danny's
are
watching.
watching, just wave so we can see you.
Okay.
not-
So
they're
you
not
met at
there.
Acme. That's cool. How many years ago was that?
That was in 2002,
Yeah.
I believe. God, that was
Yeah.
like 8 years ago.
We met 8
I'm
years
very
ago.
smart
And did you
at
procreate?
math.
We procreated just recently, about a week and a half ago. It was
Quick-
the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew which hole, and it was embarrassing.
You look.
We
You
had a
look.
tiny,
Like,
tiny baby.
I couldn't even do
like
it like
a panda
this.
baby.
Yeah.
It was little.
That's why you have those
And
panda
it
sketches.
ran away.
I love pandas.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
No, we don't have little offspring yet.
You haven't.
But we got a lot of props and costumes.
We do.
Yeah, and they're going to be happy children.
Yeah, got a lot of toys. One of these days.
They're going to be happy, fun children.
Sean Becker just texted me with the text distracting text message.
Oh, good.
Distracting text message.
That's
Nice.
is that?
Thank
I'm
you.
putting
is that,
it down.
Thank you,
Is that,
Sean.
Putting it over
is
there.
that Streamy award-winning director Sean
That
Becker?
is Streamy award-winning director Sean Becker.
Wow.
Yes, it is of the Guild.
Nice.
Very nice.
And you know
very
what?
nice.
And I
We're gonna have a streaker later, by the way.
I gotta say that I'm.
Is it you?
Yeah, it's gonna be Brian. and
It's
when
gonna
Brian
be
gets-
me. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry to ruin the surprise.
Okay.
And I gotta say that I feel very proud that I had a hand in recommending him for the Guild.
You did. You did indeedy do.
So you
So-
guys, let me just get this straight. You actors, directors, producers, do you shoot as well?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you
Sometimes.
edit?
I always edit.
You-
Just about always.
Uh-huh. And have you been doing that since 2002? How did you take control of your own creative destiny?
Well, for me, when I moved out to LA, it was '91, and this internet thing didn't really, wasn't big yet.
Yeah.
I was
Al
on it
Gore
a
was still
few-
tinkering on it.
Yeah, he was still working on it in his basement. So I created a dozen episodes of a web series. No, not a web series. Of a public access TV series called Skip TV. And it was a sketch comedy that I shot on location using a Hi8 camcorder.
I love that.
And then I would transfer it to 3/4-inch tapes and edit it at the public access studios from one deck to another,
Right.
2 video decks. So really, it's you start at the beginning and then you end up 28.5 minutes later, and then it's done. You can't go back and
Right.
change things. It's
Right.
not non-linear. That was just linear editing.
Yeah.
And then from there, and that's how I taught myself to edit. And then from there, eventually made my way into short films and did the first short in I think around 2003 called The Date. And that was that I wrote it and started it, and a friend of mine directed it, and then from then on I directed
Mike
the rest
Mayer.
of them. Mike Mayer is a friend of mine who.
Nice. And you were already dating at this point.
We were, because I was the waitress in
Yes.
in the short, The Date. I was there.
Yeah.
I had a line.
That was your first.
He just
cameo.
was
She-
doling it, parsing it out in small pieces.
She was very
Yeah.
funny. By the way, your face looks really stretched out because of the vignetting.
Your
That's like right.
face looks really stretched out. God.
Jeez.
See how
That's how you keep a
here
marriage
it looks stretched
going.
out, and then here
That's
it
how
looks,
you keep
here it
it
looks
going.
normal, but here more.
All right, let's go to the 3-shot then. Boom.
Okay.
Look, boom,
Yeah.
3-shot.
Isn't that nice?
It's
How you
just
doing?
my
How you
face.
doing?
We were saying earlier before the broadcast started, it's just my alien face.
Hang on, I got an at reply. Let's see who's somebody wants.
So anyway, then I'll
Yeah.
finish
Do your
answering
thing.
while you're doing that
Do your
thing.
thing.
So then we started doing sketch comedy together at Acme, and
Mm-hmm.
Greg said, I really want to teach myself how to edit using all the new editing software that's available. So he decided to just start filming sketches that he had done at Acme. And what was the first thing that you did?
I shot something called Warren. That was my first short that I directed, and
Yes.
and it wasn't it was an original thing that I wrote just so that I could go and shoot it over a couple of days and cut it together. And I'm still actually proud of it. If any of you haven't seen Warren, which is on the Mediocre Films channel, then go on to youtube.com/mediocrefilms and watch Warren and know, hey, look, that's the first thing that Greg
And that's your
directed.
company, Mediocre Films.
Mediocre Films. That is correct.
Yay.
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 They're better than they sound,
That's good.
slightly.
And how long have you been doing that, since 2003 or?
Yes, I guess you could say that. Yeah,
Mazel.
2003 was the. Thank you very much.
Yeah, mazel.
Thank you.
That's really nice.
And tov to you.
Thank you.
I see your mazel and raise you a tov.
Oh, my.
We got a question from Daily Crumb Films. Wants to
Yeah.
know, when are you two coming to the UK to make some films?
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah,
actually.
we're going to be there tomorrow.
Coincidentally,
So
yeah.
if you could just
So-
wait just wait at the train station.
We'll be there.
I'd like to show
We
a
need
clip of
ride.
some of the early work, like gorgeous tiny
It's okay. That's what
chicken
everybody calls
machines.
it. Gorgeous Chinese chicken is. What
That's
everybody
what
calls it.
Ron Jeremy called it.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Be
what
like-
are we doing here for this gorgeous Chinese chicken thing?
Yeah, that's good. Maybe it's a Jewish thing. They love to mispronounce things. I got it from my mom.
Wow.
Yeah,
My
My-
dad must be Jewish then. 'Cause
Yeah.
He mispronounces everything.
everything, and
Yeah.
it's just I never thought it would get to me, but it did.
I've got an uncle who said one time, we saw that new movie with that Charlie Surzin. I'm like, Charlie Surzin? Who are you talking about? Yeah, Charlize Theron. Yeah, that's who he was talking about.
I wish-
Charlie
Charlie
Surzin.
Surzin.
Now
we
we
should
always call her that.
keep a list of all those things.
Yeah, it's pretty good. She's good, that Charlie Surzin.
She
Yeah.
is.
Well, I'd like to thank our sponsors briefly. and I can't mispronounce their names. I want to thank Blue
Mm.
Microphones.
Wow.
They're beautiful.
They're very nice.
They are pretty
Beautiful.
microphones.
I'd like to thank Wirecast, who's providing this free streaming software, enabling us to do what we're doing today.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wirecast. Bit Gravity.
What's that?
Bit Gravity is providing all our streaming and data transfer, so we could go out to the millions of people that are watching this right now.
Gravity, BIT?
BIT.
Okay.
Gravity. Leo Laporte uses it, and for his streaming.
Fancy.
Yeah, they're a commercial grade data transfer company and streaming and live stream.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'd like to thank my mom
Okay.
for having me and my father.
And also, I know they sent you $20 for this, so
Yeah.
that goes toward production.
And I'd like to thank the Streamies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And while you're at
For
it,
providing-
thank Trident Gum for the Streamies.
Thank you. Did you try the layered gum?
Oh, absolutely.
You really did taste the layer.
It
You did.
it's delicious. I don't
It
know.
was pretty.
Yeah, I guess it was.
I didn't see you at the after party either. Did you go?
I did not go to the after party. I had to save my voice, and I always lose my voices. All of my voices. I
All
lose
of your
them.
multiple
Yes,
personality voices.
I lose my voice at after parties, so I didn't go because the next day I had a voiceover job. So
Well, what I love about you guys is that your humor is fun, irreverent, but not over the edge. I'd love to show a clip of Retarded Policeman.
Oh, sure.
Which is also already there. You've offended maybe 4 million people that are watching.
I certainly hope
and
so.
And then we could play the Chinese Chicken Gorgeous Room.
Yeah,
Machine.
the romper room.
The
Don't forget
Juggernaut.
word
The
romper.
Juggernaut show.
Yeah,
I believe
absolutely.
it's called Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
And it was picked up on. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play this. Here we go. This is episode 9. Boobies.
It's one of my favorites. Can they still hear us talking over this?
Is a cop and he's learning impaired.
That's funny. He's retarded.
It just said eat salad. That was a private joke. Eat salad.
Hey fellas,
Hi, officer.
license and registration, please.
So cute.
The driver here,
Duh.
Heather, is now
Men
a
in
very
uniform are
successful
so sexy.
Broadway producer.
They sure are. I need to write you a ticket now.
It's true.
I
there
believe you,
anything we
Greg.
could
You don't have
do
to try to convince me.
Change your mind?
And we mean anything.
Okay, give me $1 million.
We don't have $1 million.
How about $2 million?
Actually, we were thinking something more like this.
Can you hear that? This episode always makes me cough.
As soon as the boobies come out, you cough.
Yeah. This is the awkward pause right here. That's the gratuitous shot that you use as the center frame on YouTube.
That's when they still had Polaroid. That's how long ago you.
Boobies!
No,
yeah.
Polaroids are already out of
So,
date. That's what made it funny.
Officer?
There's 2 of us and 1 of you.
I'll be right back.
The passenger is Valerie. Valerie Corrins. She would
well,
help us
there's
on the
2 of
crew.
us.
She would usually be the
Boobies!
bouncer.
Boobies!
Okay,
And now
stop
she's
it. The
still
deal's
the
off.
bouncer.
Yeah, just give me the stupid ticket.
So I
Just
should
in
get
a
rid of the
different
hobo?
way.
Yes.
Okay.
That's Alan Heights,
Well, make
who
up
almost
your
gets
mind.
his
You want me to shoot?
head blown off.
No one!
We
Oh,
met Alan at
first-
Acme too. We met all our friends at Acme.
Okay then, here's your ticket. You take care of those boobies now. Bye!
He is a cop.
And they dance. Actually, this is my favorite part right here. He picks up the gun, and here goes, and he shoots the homeless guy.
Well, we didn't see
You
any.
didn't see it? Well, you all have to tune in and watch when he
Watch
shoots
it
the homeless guy.
again.
Yeah.
It's just a nice little thing at the end. It's my
That was
favorite
great.
part.
It was great. Just
Oh, well, thanks.
it's absurdist. It's wrong. It's right.
It's a docudrama based on a true story.
Yeah. What kind of feedback did you get from using a real actor that has Down syndrome? I take it?
Mostly positive. I'd say about 5% negative. But we ended up getting a lot of comments from people who had even a Down syndrome member of the family.
Right.
And they said, we're just glad to see that,
Yeah,
that you've got someone who is doing what they want to do and getting out there. And
Unfortunately, only 6.8 million people watched it.
well, that episode.
That episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
What was the highest number?
The pilot, I believe, has over 7 million.
7 million?
Yeah, the first episode.
Yeah. Not that many people watch, I guess,
No.
MSNBC in like a whole year. That's pretty impressive.
Thanks.
Mazel.
It was fun.
Why
And
is it
mazel
so
to the
Jewy?
Tav.
No, seriously, you know, that's...
Let's Jew it up.
It's,
Let's
it's
go all
pretty,
the way.
It's pretty
If you're
I
gonna
know one
mazel,
prayer.
add some Tav on that bitch. As they say.
That's so irreverent.
Thank you. Good.
Okay, so, you know, just very impressive, you know, pushing the envelope. I really think that show pushed the envelope forward. Just in the way of what kind of humor could be out there, acceptable, and it was done with, I'd say, a certain amount of artistry that made it okay to put it out there. And it really didn't, like, really put them down, but I think it was a positive thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show. I congratulate you for coming up with one of the hardest titles to, you know, remember. And
Thank you. It was a very smart move for branding on my part.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
now, was this show initially done? Was this an acquisition by Crackle, or did they pay for it and put it out?
It was an acquisition. We put up one episode on YouTube, and it was the first thing that went really. No, Greg Hits Hollywood went viral. It got, you know, how many views? Like 500,000 views.
Like
Yeah.
a sort of a million or something.
Or a million, and we were very, very excited about it. And then this is back in the day when the YouTube page was just a long list, and you could stay on it all day
Yeah.
and just get hits and hits and hits. And
Yeah.
I knew what I wanted the show to look like, and I thought, you know, if I personally saw a tiny thumbnail with wacky, pretty colors, and it was called Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show, I'd click on it just to see what the heck it was.
Brilliant.
So, thank you.
Brilliant.
So Greg shot it for me, and we put it up, and it quickly got like 1.2 million views, I think. And so then Crackle came to us.
And what was the time frame for that before Crackle came to you? You put it up, 1.1 million views. Is that over 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
I don't remember at this point, but that sounds about right. It was like maybe 3 weeks or a month or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it had been up a little while, but
Better than most cable TV shows.
Sure.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm validating you right now.
Thank you.
Nice.
In an authentic way.
I feel different.
Yeah.
And
Brian, what
you
did you
look
think?
different.
Brian, are you busy at the Streamies? Are you around?
I've been busy at the Streamies all night, just standing in front of this backdrop.
Do you remember when we watched that show when we first started eGuiders? And
I do remember. That was a while ago now, but that was one of the first ones we picked up on, wasn't it?
Yeah. We shared a lot of good laughs
Yeah, we did.
between these two jokesters.
We sure did.
Yeah, it was
We
pretty
still
good.
do.
Well,
I'm glad we could bring you guys together like that.
Yeah, no, it was really
Yeah,
memorable.
thank you.
And speaking of the Streamies, we're going to have to kind of move along if we're going to save a little room to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
the Streamies.
yeah. All right, we are going to talk about it.
Yeah?
we are. Yeah, I just want the people to know who we're dealing with here.
Oh, absolutely.
you know what kind of e-celebrities?
So Sony, let me just finish the story. I'm going to take like half an hour to finish it, and then we'll move
Okay, so we're going to move on. No.
So Sony came to us, and we ended up, I think they bought the series from us. So, you know, they basically funded the next 20
episodes. Yeah, we already had 2, and then they funded.
not
Did you
good
make
with
some
math.
decent shekels on it? I mean, did it work?
Yeah. In fact, I think that we were probably responsible for the breakdown of the rest of, you know, Sony Crackle later, because they went, well, why do we give those jokesters that much money? That's
Right.
ridiculous. We
And we
wouldn't
got
be giving
$3.5
people that
million.
much money. So.
Yeah.
Did you really get
$3.5 million
No.
for that? We did.
No, he's
Because I know the writers' room would be pissed off because they got like 10 grand or something.
No, but you know, we got a nice little budget per episode, you know, in
That's
order
good.
to make it. And it was great because we were able to finally pay people, you know, and that was exciting. So
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
And actually, that
Paying people is actually
yeah,
good.
Gorgeous Tiny marked the first time that we had been working with crews who were volunteering, and they would volunteer their time, and we're like, one of these days we're gonna get some work, and we're gonna be able to hire you. And then finally, Gorgeous Tiny came along,
And you
thanks to
rehired all
Kim,
new people.
and we got the same people, and so we got to pay our friends back for helping us
That's
out
great.
all those times, and give them
And you call it
good
Gorgeous
rates.
Tiny or GT, or is there like a short, like kind of that?
I
Gorgeous
I
Tiny.
call it Gorgeous Tiny.
All right, cool. Let's watch a little bit of episode 1. This I'll just play a minute of it and we can come back. Yay. Okay, and that's enough of that.
okay,
Oh
good.
yeah, no kidding.
That's plenty.
Tiny Chicken Machine Show.
Can they see both screens online?
Welcome to Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show.
Got it.
Starring your host, Kiko. That's me. Today's show, we're having a very special guest. He is paleontologist from the University of Washington. Please for you to clap hands and cheering for Mr. Lick Poop.
So this is Ryan Smith, who we also met at Acme Comedy Theater.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You're so cute, by the way, in this.
Oh, in this?
Yeah, just adorable.
Thought you meant real
I love
life.
Hello Kitty, too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. You know, the funny thing about
Oh,
this...
can I point out that this is the awkward pause again? We love awkward pauses.
Yes.
Are you supposed to ask me questions?
Oh, okay. Now it's time on Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show when we spin the wheel of fun.
I also want to point out that
Talk show, right? This isn't one of those game shows where they hurt you if
I look
you don't answer the
really,
question.
really young and really, really good, and that is due to some sort of camera malfunction. Literally, there was a setting that was a mistake setting. So when Greg got inside, he was like, "Oh God, why is this exposure like this?"
I set the color
I'm gonna
temperature
pause it and then we
incorrectly.
come back.
I
And
actually
we
set the
never-
color temperature incorrectly, and I couldn't figure out what setting
And we
I
could
had
never
used.
replicate it. And I was like, replicate it. I look like I'm 16, replicate it. But
You do look
we
like you're
literally
16,
never
it's
could do
great.
it.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, she looks sort of golden
yeah.
Yeah.
in that episode.
Golden
But
child.
we ended up finding, other settings that,
So did
Yeah.
people
End up
think
with
like this was a weird show from Japan in the beginning? I mean, were people actually...
I
Was
thought
there
it
any-
was. I was confused.
I was confused,
like,
too,
where
when I-
where is this show from?
It's hard to know on YouTube. I mean, people on YouTube are easily confused by most things. So not everybody, but a lot of people.
Right.
You can put, on YouTube,
But-
people ask if Julie and I are actually naked standing in the shower in
Right.
our show, Two Hot Girls in the Shower.
That's
so,
silly.
You know what I
think they're
like?
12.
You know what I like is when people comment on Two Hot Girls and they say, "Don't waste water."
They do say that.
Like they've never heard of sound effects before.
Yeah.
There's a thing that Kim does with Julie Whitner called Two Hot Girls in the Shower.
Who we
where-
also met at Acme Comedy
Yes,
Theater.
and they're in the shower together and they answer funny questions, and that's
And you can see that at YouTube/LKG Productions.
That's great. And what are you working on now? You're doing some special things with the guild and...
Yeah, we're excited to announce that season 4 of the Guild is official. So it's going to come out. Yay!
Yeah, nice.
We signed on the dotted
Deals,
line.
that's great.
With Microsoft, so it's going to come out on Xbox Live and Zoom
great.
and MSN.com
That's
in
awesome.
the summer. So I'm in pre-production for that as we speak. So I'm going to do that right now. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, you're tweeting it?
She's just going. She's in
just got some
pre-production.
business to do.
She got to do
Oh, you're
work.
in pre-
Your phone's not even on. That was
So
She was
important.
improvising
So
with a phone.
important.
It was
I was
off.
acting.
Yeah,
And,
it was good. I
God.
believed it.
Yeah, so we're in pre-production for that.
When does that
and,
begin? When do you start
We're
shooting?
going to start shooting in May, but we're actually locking down the schedule this week, so we'll figure out when that's going to happen. And we're at the beginning of the year, Felicia and I started developing several new projects with various writers and creators. So we're super excited about those. They're all in various stages of readiness. So that's what I've been doing.
That's great. And so how did you get involved in that, and was it easy? Are you normally behind the camera? Are you normally in front of the camera? Or is it easier, harder? How does that work?
Well, I started as an actor in Los Angeles, and I, had a good working actor career for several years. And then with all of this stuff, once we started doing everything, Gorgeous Tiny was great. And then I met Felicia Day at Acme Comedy Theater. I'm just plugging the
There's a bunch of magic at that Acme Comedy Theater.
That
I'll
is
tell
where
you.
we all met, and so
Wile E. Coyote was there.
yeah, and the Roadrunner, and it was good
I see what you
times.
did there.
Yeah, I brought it all back.
Yeah,
I give you a
Brought it
tov for that.
around.
Thank you, Mazel.
You guys are so Jewy.
So wait till Friday when we do 2 Live Jews.
Oh,
We get
okay.
super Jewy.
Nice.
I'm at 5% Jew right now.
Wow. Oh my God, that's your 5% Jew?
Yeah, wait till you see the pre-Shabbos show.
I don't even.
It's insane.
I can't even picture it.
Oh, you can check it on eGuiders Studio.
Okay.
Oh, very good.
We'll look at that. So
okay.
I was an actor, and then we had done a season of Gorgeous Tiny, and Felicia and I were actually in like a ladies support group together. You know, like a bunch of us would meet and say, here's what we want to do and what we're not doing. And she brought in the script for the guild. She actually kicked her World of Warcraft habit, I think, thanks to that little group that we had. And she said, all right, I wrote this script and I've showed it around, and you know, everybody says it's too niche. And I literally read the opening monologue, and I was like, this is brilliant. Let's put this on the web.
Great.
And because I just thought, well, I'm already in that space, and this is about people who are online all the time. So the audience is there. Felicia was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the final season, I think. So she already had, a niche, following. So like it all lined up. So
she was great in Lie to Me this season too.
Yeah, she's a good actress.
She's good. She's really
really good. Yeah. I mean, and she's so professional. It just kills me to watch her. I'm not that good an actor. I don't think I ever will be. But just to watch her, it's hard to be consistent as an actor, and she is just down to I think she might be a robot. I'm not positive, but
Yeah.
And I can just add from a director's and
we're having a conversation
and editors.
Here.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, do you want me to leave?
Would you mind?
From a director's and editor's standpoint, she is a tremendous actress because she is extremely consistent, and in editing, so many choices, and they all worked when I cut together. That's how consistent she is.
But even when there's this one scene I remember from season 1 where she did this hair toss thing, ha ha ha, and she did it every single take. So no matter if you wanted to cut in or whatever, it was always there. And I know that's a stupid thing to say, but I mean it's something that you don't really think about sometimes. The technical aspects of acting. I mean, obviously her performances are great, but
But what's important is to be able to do those things consistently, but to retain the freshness and the believability, which is outstanding. We have a lot of questions coming in through Twitter. Can we address some of these really quickly? I'm just going to kind of go through here.
My favorite color is blue.
World of Higlet says non-distracting at reply. Thank you, World of Higlet.
Thank you, Higlet.
E.G. Spoony says any news on other acting parts. I loved you on Method and Red, which is thank you so much. That's Edgar.
That's really nice.
The latest thing I did was I did a Blue Cross commercial, so I don't know if that's airing yet.
So I love producing so much, and I've taken the next 2 months off to do the Guild, and I would love it nothing more than not to have to go back to acting, because producing is just really, I just feel like I kind of found my groove.
Now, I'm sure a lot of people, the millions of people that are watching right now, I'm sure they're wondering, how do you make any money at this? Are you making money at this? Can you support yourself? Your YouTube videos, they have millions of views. What does this mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?
Do they all talk like that?
Only the Jewish ones that I embody.
No, they all talk that way.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
We know.
So, what does it mean?
Well, the answer, honestly, for us is diversification. That we have little trickles of money coming in from all different places. Some from YouTube because we're in the partner program there for our different shows, and then some from the Guild, and obviously Gorgeous Tiny had a deal with Sony, and I do director for hire stuff. Sometimes I direct training videos and things that nobody ever sees, some online ads. We also do product placements and some branded videos, and there's just all sorts of stuff. And when you add it all up, then yes, it is a living wage. And it's been great, and we've been very lucky. But the secret has been to keep ourselves extremely busy, doing a lot of different things, and not just to focus all of our attention on one thing.
You hear that, kid's diverse portfolio. Diversify your portfolio.
There you go.
We
and the guild too is support. The budgets get bigger. Are you able to support yourself on?
Yeah, while we're shooting, it's I mean, I get a nice producer's salary as we're shooting, which is great, and then that sustains me. I mean, I'm a very cheap date. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not like a normal lady. I don't enjoy the shopping. I don't have a lot of shoes, and
It's true. She only has one shoe.
My wife likes to go to the Goodwill, and I mean, it's awesome.
I know. I see her there.
I love it.
Well, I purchased my stuff from her last time. She works there, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Look, if I can make $10,000 a year, I'm fine. So just
how much? 10 million?
10,000.
Wow. Oh, ooh.
No, Sam, I like 10 million better. Yeah. That sounds like more fun. Max Summers.
Wait till you have kids.
Asks.
That's Danny.
This is a good. Oh, that's Danny. Max Summers asks, when can we expect two hot guys in the shower with Greg and Sean Becker?
Oh.
Nice. Good question.
That's a really good,
Good
question. Good question. Good question.
I think you might be up for a little bit of a surprise.
You know,
at some point in the future, but I can't say any more.
Rudolph Alakanakiakanian.
Anything in the chat room?
It's pronounced Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, okay.
There's people in the chat. Any questions in the chat room?
Rudolph says, how do you guys define success? Are there enough hours in the day to do what you do, or are you lazy slags?
Jeez.
Yeah. No.
All right, let's stop touching. Let's stop touching the phones for a second.
These are important. These are
finger
people
fetish devices.
I'm putting it down. I put it down.
Because we do have some people in the chat room.
One question in the chat room is, when is Gorgeous Tiny coming out on DVD?
That's Edgar.
Is it?
These are all our friends, just so you know, you guys. Like,
no, these are our millions of eGuider fans.
Oh, yeah, we do have millions of fans.
We have millions of people watching this right now all over the world. You know, this is a global operation.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. That's why we're on the interwebs.
You know what I would love? I would love nothing more than with Gorgeous Tiny to like work a deal with Sony where we're able to put it on mediocre films and get it out to more people. But that's just, you know, the hardest thing about dealing with Sony has been dealing with the corporate aspect of it, because it's like anytime you have an idea that you think is good and that the people that you're talking to at Sony think is good, like it doesn't matter, because it just takes 5 million years for it to get anywhere to anybody who's going to make that decision. And then usually the answer is no.
And it's not to say that
5 million is right around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like.
And it's not to say that, you know, I mean, they're actually really good people, and we really like the people at Sony. It's
I love the people at Sony. It's just the way that the machine of a corporation that is that big works.
That's a good backtrack. That's good.
You know,
well, that's a good cover.
It's everybody that we know except like one person is no longer there. And
should we just start fighting?
Yeah. No, we will. We will later. No, what after this is over?
I'm gonna rip my shirt off.
Yeah.
That's what I do at the end of every show.
You better. That's the only reason I showed up.
So I want to get to one more video, which will lead us into the Streamies, which is the chat roulette video.
Okay, sure.
This is something that you made. Can you set up what chat roulette is? Because I just went on actually the first time every day now since.
Oh yeah, I thought I recognized your penis. Chat roulette is. Chat roulette is a place for men to go and masturbate. I mean, basically that's the answer. But what it really is, what it's supposed to be, is a random video chat site. Chatroulette.com is a website where anybody can go. You don't have to log in. You just click start and turn your camera on, and then it connects you with another random person somewhere else in the world. And you can either choose to type or speak with them, or click next and go on to the next video. What is unfortunate about it, and extremely strange, is that about 1 out of 5 videos is a naked dick. There's a bunch of masturbating dicks.
The later you get, the more dicks.
Yeah,
too,
and in fact, you know, not the video that you're going to show, but I saw so many dicks that I made another video which I called Dick Roulette, because and it's just all censored.
I told you to.
Because Kim told me to, because she's a smart producer.
I'll tell you, when I went on it, you know, being Jewish and growing up in North Miami Beach, you don't see too many uncircumcised penises, and there were a lot of uncircumcised penises on that. I was actually kind of freaked out, like, whoa, because I've maybe only seen 1 or 2.
But look at the bright side. It's free.
It's really disturbing. It's free. All right, let's watch this video.
All right.
Let's watch this video, which will lead us into...
That's Payment Benz.
Yeah.
Guy with the long, long hair.
Close that ad.
Whoa! Look at that hand moving. Oh, that is awesome. Whoa! I'm freaking out. Oh my God! Oh, give that girl a hand. Hey!
I'm
See,
sorry, sir, but I'm afraid you have nipple cancer.
You're giving people joy on chat roulette.
Yeah.
Don't you think you're making it a brighter...
Just playing it, and cue the gun. There it is. Okay. Yay for guns.
Okay, so we get it.
Yeah.
Coconut
Coconut Bunny. That's a good place to go out. So you get the idea.
Like, what are those little girls doing? I mean, don't you...
They were loving it. They were loving it, which is
they were loving it.
That's me with Payment Benz of Awkward Pictures. Awkward Pictures also some of my favorite stuff on YouTube, and it's made up of Payment Benz and Sean Becker, who directs The Guild.
Streamy Award-winning Sean Becker.
Streamy Award-winning director Sean Becker. And Academy Award-nominated Payment Benz is what I will be saying 4 years from now.
Ooh, 4 years?
That's my prediction. That's what you got, Payment. You got 4 years. You better make a movie and get it, nominated.
Nice, nice. So, Chat roulette represents to me everything that's kind of base and dirty and wrong but has the potential to be amazing, but used in the wrong way. And do you think that's a fair assessment of what happened on Sunday?
Good segue?
Is that a decent segue?
That's a nice way. That's a nice segue. I don't know if I agree with that, because I think that the basic idea, and by on Sunday he's referring to the Streamy Awards,
Brian,
which is the Emmys of the internet.
Now, according to TimeMagazine.com, it is the Oscars of the internet.
You know, I think it's the Grammys.
TimeMagazine.com.
I'd say it's the Golden Globes of the internet.
Was that Z Frank saying that?
I don't know who it was.
Brian, what do you think?
But I want to just clarify that the basic idea of the Streamies is an excellent idea, to reward and give a little nice pat on the back to people to say, good job for the work that you toil over, often for little to no reward otherwise, on the internet. I mean, the Emmys and the Grammys and the Oscars, there's a lot of reward there already. There's monetary reward and there's fame, but when it comes to the internet, a lot of times we and other people, plenty of other producers and directors and writers are working really, really hard for little to no reward or recognition. So I think the basic idea, the reward is the work.
Right. And the process.
And that's why we do it. And the process, and we do it because it's fun. Right. So the idea of the Streamies is a really nice thing. It's a nice grassroots celebration.
Were you at the first year?
Of the independent work. No, we were out of town the first year, so we couldn't make it.
That's a likely. Oh, it was great. Yeah. And I'll buy that story. Yeah.
Yeah, but we did hear it was excellent.
We were in jail.
we were both in jail.
Nice.
Yeah.
My wife works at Parker Center downtown, by the way. So
we didn't collect the $200.
You should call me next time.
Okay. But we'll do it.
Definitely.
No, it was a nice jail. It was a co-ed jail.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's like 77th Street.
Yeah.
That's good. So what was your take on the Streamies? I mean, how did you feel? Did you sit through the whole thing? What?
Well, at one point, I did have to go and join the party, which took place during the Streamy Awards in the lobby. I didn't see what they were showing on the live Ustream video, but there were a lot of empty seats starting around the second half of the award show, which went on for over 3 hours?
It was over 3 hours, yeah. I think, the interesting thing about Twitter is that once, and like I know at some point Tim Street had tweeted, Streamy's still going on, but party's in the lobby. And, everybody's on Twitter and they're checking it. So they're like, oh, party's in the lobby. And I think they just left, So.
I know I did.
We don't drink.
So it's Tim Street's fault.
So Tim, thanks a lot.
He's an eGuider. You're an eGuider as well.
How about that?
Kim, when can we get you as an eGuider?
Never.
Okay.
She's
too
busy.
Okay.
I'm kidding. You can do it right now.
Awesome.
What do I do? Sign me up.
Okay, we'll talk offline.
Okay. Is it secret? Is it secret society?
Yeah, it's a little secret society. We have a whole handshake and a thing.
All right.
Brian, how's it going over there at the Streamies? Are you
Has it all fallen apart yet?
Still, no. It's still holding together. We should point out that on the site in the exclusive section, we still have our complete list of Streamy winners, 2010 Streamy winners.
Yep.
So check it out, and also we include a clip from every winning show. So definitely something worth looking
Thanks,
at.
Brian.
Yeah,
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Nice.
The Streamies, it was a misstep. And all the guys at Tube Filter are great guys, and it's just, they tried to make an award show that didn't fit, the web community basically,
right.
And it's and it was a little ambitious, and but I mean, my God, in the spirit of the web, that's what they did. They tried to give us a really great award show, and there were 3 of them doing it. I think I talked.
But they were chasing Hollywood. Don't you think that was a problem?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. In terms of just the way that the whole thing worked out.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like, it was kind of like you felt like, oh, we're trying to play dress up, and we're
right.
just not getting it, and it did feel like a high school production.
Felicia Day said the first year that she was like a square actor in a round peg, felt like a round peg community in Hollywood, and it felt like this year they were actually trying to make the web into that round peg, and we should accept who we are as a community, which doesn't mean it's just a bunch of fart jokes and gross out humor, but there is a lot of hard working artists trying to get their voice out, whether it be the YouTuber community or the web series community, and I think trying to create
which I'd like to point out is actually one and the same.
Same, and I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I read. I've been reading a lot about the Streamies, and there was a comment. Somebody said, that. They said that the Streamies were juvenile, like YouTube-esque, and that why in the world was the founder of YouTube honored because he had done nothing to further web series like YouTube hadn't, and I was like, I think all of us were flabbergasted because
you can't say that.
That came from the CEO of a competing website or a website that's trying to compete with YouTube.
Yeah, but
you wouldn't have heard of them.
About YouTube is that the Guild was built on YouTube. And we both still have really successful channels on YouTube, and so we, and we all have friends who are all vloggers on YouTube, and I mean, it's part of. I mean, it angers me to think that somebody would think that it has nothing to do with web series.
And when they say YouTube community, is it really a community? Do you recommend? I mean, so what is the community aspect of YouTube?
Oh, it is absolutely a community because it involves so much social networking within the site. You can also incorporate Twitter and Facebook and what was that old website that no one goes to anymore? MySpace, right? Yeah.
MyTube.
MySpace is the old. Anyway. No, so there's absolutely people, comment on each other and rate each other and send messages to each other, and it's very interactive, and there is definitely a community there. And I think that the people who are famous on YouTube are famous within YouTube. But people who don't go to YouTube aren't going to know who Fred and Nigahiga and Shane Dawson and all these people and all these people who are very talented and do great work on YouTube, they're not really going to be recognized by people who aren't already on YouTube.
Right. I mean, it's a weird paradigm or paradox because, I've gone to some conferences where producers for networks say, is it Fredable? That's what we want. Is it Fredable? And you hear the audience just groan. Meaning, are we going to just produce ourselves out of an industry? Meaning, are we just going to try to find content of kids and which I'm not saying Fred doesn't do cool stuff. It's definitely cool stuff.
Well, Fred's our basically. I say our, meaning the YouTube community. I mean, he's the first guy who has made a movie which now has legitimate distribution on Nickelodeon. His movie comes out, I think, this summer.
Once it comes out this summer, will that determine if it's legitimate or not, or will just by doing it?
It's already legitimate. He made a real movie with a real budget and a real director, and that thing's coming out, and millions of people will watch it on TV, and it doesn't matter that he's already had hundreds of millions of views on this website. But the fact that it's on TV with bigger advertisers or whatever, it's a big deal.
But I think the thing is, people think that somehow people on YouTube or people on the web think that the brass ring is to get off the web and to have a TV show or have a movie. And I think for the majority of us, that is absolutely not the goal.
That's a good point.
The goal is we want to stay on the web because the web is where we get to do the things that we want to and like to do, and we don't have to, go through a system to do it. We just decide what we do and we put it out there.
And you can be uncensored, just like the Streamy Awards.
Right. And do you think?
By the way, I am going to edit together all of my footage from the Streamy Awards, and I'm going to put up my own Streamy Awards video on Thursday this week on Mediocre Films.
And what is happening this Thursday? There's something else happening that you're organizing, Kim, that I think you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. We decided to, just because of everything that happened. Look, I love the guys at Tube Filter, and
You said that already once.
I want to say it again because I want the community to know that they feel damn bad about what happened, and they're not like
No, they do feel bad.
They feel horrible, and Tube Filter was the first, I think, organization that really gave the web community a community because they had their meetups and everything. So I just want to, come to their defense a little bit and, say so anyway, but the problem with the show inherently was that people who are not web people don't understand that there's a difference between the web creators and the awards show that happened. And so, that's bad for us. It's bad for our business because if advertisers are looking at us, brands are thinking, well, now I don't want to have anything to do with the web because look what those guys represent. And so what I wanted to do was just get something together where the winners could have a chance to do what I think an award show is supposed to do. It's supposed to honor the people that did well and excelled in their field, and hopefully through doing that, you inspire people who want to get into that field, and who you inspire them to do the work the way that you want to. So I just thought it would be really nice if we had a place where, you know, these guys could. Is that like we have to stop? We have to wrap it up?
No. He's saying he loves you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Check this box if you think Kim is cute.
But yeah, so this Thursday you're gonna try to put something together at Acme.
Yeah, it's gonna be at Acme. It's gonna be at 8 o'clock, and
streaming live.
Streaming live. Everybody local is gonna be there, and you know everybody's just gonna all the winners, and they're all just gonna talk, you know, for just a couple minutes about what it means to them to work on the web and why. You know, the web gives them opportunities that they don't get in traditional media.
It's like a therapy session a little bit.
No, I don't think so. But, you know, maybe. Oh, maybe so. Maybe we'll all just cry a little.
I hope so, because that's entertainment.
Yeah, I hope
and I do hope the streamings are back next year. And God willing, they've learned the lesson that we don't have to try to make this into, you know, a Hollywood production. Let's make it how it's supposed to be for our community, which doesn't mean, you know, being vulgar and all those other things. But you know, you could still have a fun, great show without kind of, you know, degrading the medium itself.
Yeah, absolutely. We all felt a little degraded, and I think that was the problem, you know, because we were there to celebrate with each other, and we got really dolled up. So, you know, that was a bummer to feel that pretty and then feel that bad. So, you know, we would like to do the opposite. We would like to look very ugly, but feel better. So that's what Thursday's all about.
Which reminds me, you remember, of course, when old dirty bastard crashed the Grammys, and he crashed Sean Colvin's acceptance speech a few years ago, and he said, you know, I went out and bought a suit that costed a lot of money today, and I think that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, I agree. That has really nothing to do.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Listen, on that note, we got to go.
Yeah.
I got to get to my 5 o'clock ball washing.
Hey, you know what? I got to go. We got to wrap this thing up.
No, really. I'm sorry. I know you want to keep talking. No, seriously. I can't even keep these on anymore because.
All right, Brian, we're going to go out. We're going to go out on you.
Wait, I just want to say that the event on Thursday is open to everybody, but the theater itself only holds 100 people. So we'll have 100 people in the like first come first serve in the theater, and then afterwards. Party at the restaurant next door, Amalfi. So.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's in the Italian coast.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna fly y'all to the Italian coast. So come on.
So eGuiders Live is coming every day at 4 p.m. Please check it out. On Thursday we have the B-side live at 9 p.m. You two are more than welcome to come. We go freaking crazy and spin really rare 45s with the head collector from Amoeba Music. It's a lot of fun.
That's right up my alley.
That's cool. We're doing all tax-related albums, money albums, all things that are related to tax, because it's April 15th this Thursday.
Nice. Is there some sort of theme?
Oh my God.
Tax. This.
Is there some sort of overlying?
No, it's completely random. And we have 2 live Jews on Friday, so it's great.
How many dead ones? You got 2 live ones. And
I'm sorry. And how do people find you guys if they wanted to get more information of what you do in your films and stuff?
Let's see. Well, they could go to www.watchtheguild.com.
I don't think you need to say
www. I was just thinking that.
Say that anymore. You go to HTTT:, and then there's 2 forward slashes in a row.
On the internet. That you go to a thing.
So watchtheguild.com. You know, believe it or not, mediocrefilms.com, that's another website they could go to.
YouTube.com/LKG Productions is where you can see 2 hot girls in the shower.
That's true. Yeah. And YouTube.com/mediocrefilms is another place. And you know what? What's really good when you go there is you click the subscribe button because it's free.
Oh, yeah. Click ours too. Yeah, click it.
Yeah.
What did YouTube think of when you totally roasted their new layout? Did you get any feed? Did you get any blowback, or they love it?
You know, I haven't talked to them about it because I did a video hosted by my character Yeshman Blechem, all about the new YouTube.
Yeshman Blechem?
Yeshman Blechem is his name.
Blechem.
And I haven't talked to them about it, but I assume that it's. I know we got to go, but I assume that it's very similar to how we are roasting the Streamies, basically, because it's no secret that people didn't like the Streamy Awards. And it's no secret that people don't really care for the new YouTube layout. The new page is confusing, and they're going to fix it, and it'll get better.
Yeah.
But for right now, I don't think it's any.
The video has frozen, but people are still in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, we're recording it too. It'll be up. I know. I'm sorry to the millions of people that were watching live, but we're going to archive this show. And thank you so much.
I'm taking my mic off.
Jesus Christ.
Get out of here. Listen, I know you want to keep talking. I'd love to stay,
I'm gonna
but really,
stay.
Well, you're a great e-guider
gonna
and a
stay.
total asshole.
I gotta go.
I like
Seriously,
this place.
You people.
Sorry, I gotta go.
This is what I expect from YouTube celebrities. It's just
I got places. I
fine.
got things to do. I got
All right,
my
Brian.
balls watched.
Brian, how are you doing out there?
Yeah, I'm still good.
Bye, honey. I love you.
Still good. Let's wrap it up. So we'll see everybody live at 4 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday.
Yeah, we'll be on
Or,
tomorrow.
Oh,
hey, you came in.
Oh, look, my green
Greg joined me
is
at the
just came out.
Streamies.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
great to be here again.
you wore the wrong shirt today.
Here, oh, this
I don't
is-
know what's going
no,
on.
seriously, I'm a little too green.
You have the power of invisibility.
He's such a
And
crasher.
on that note,
we are out of
we'll
here.
see you later.
Bye.